What's up, guys? So just recently, Darren Cahill had an interview talking about how Grand Slam champions, how 4 different ones that he coached approach a short ball differently, and how knowing this can help you improve your game. Are you being taught maybe something that doesn't clash with your style? Let's go ahead and
You need
check it
to
out.
ask a lot of questions to realize what makes them tick. I always give this example that I'm on the tennis court and I'm playing you, Brad, on the tennis court, and you leave the ball short in the middle of the court. If I'm seeing that ball, I'm taking that ball, hitting a forehand to your backhand and coming to the net every single time because that's what I did. And I'm going to win that point 7 or 8 times out of 10. You might pass me once, I might miss a volley once, but that's what I did and that's what I was looking for. The first player I worked with was Leighton Hewitt. Now, if I gave that ball to Leighton, he was so fast, much faster than I would. He would get up to that ball quickly, he'd hit that ball, and then he'd wait to see if you dropped a hand off the racket and you played a defensive slice backhand, or if you attacked it and played a double-handed backhand, and then he would decide whether or not he's coming to the net. He's not instantly coming in. He was so quick. And if you were going to hit an aggressive pass, he would back up and start the point again. Now, if I gave that same ball to Agassi, he's not putting that ball away. He's thinking to himself, okay, I have a chance to run you, Brad. And I'm going to put you in this corner and hit it just hard enough so you can get to it. Then I'm going to run you here. And I'm going to run you there. Then I'm going to run you here. And then he's going to rip your lungs out and you won't be able to breathe for the next 2 or 3 minutes. And then after the point's finished, regardless of whether he won the point or not, he's going to be on the line in the next 5 seconds ready to serve. So he's investing in the set and the future by trying to get to your lungs. And then if I gave that point to Simona Halep, she's going to try to hit a winner off that every single time because she doesn't want to come to the net. She just wants to finish the point. So that's just one shot that 4 players see it completely
And
different.
the new kid?
The new kid would probably try to just hit the winner because that's his shot. And he's quite happy to come to the net. He's quite happy to do anything, but his forehand is a massive bomb. So he's more than happy to hit the winner. So that is...
So I think that was really cool how he talked about at the highest level how there was a difference in the way each player approached a certain shot and how he had to cater his coaching around each player. So, it's not the cookie cutter approach. It's not, this is the way to do it and this is the only way to do it. We have to work within the context of the personality of the player. And so I try to figure that out as I go when I'm coaching. Okay, so yes, we all teach, let's say, the serve +1, right? It's the serve and it's the shot afterwards. Now, the thing is, let's take maybe a shorter player, okay? Their serve might not be as big, so maybe we're gonna work on placement more to get that second ball for the +1. And then again, maybe they're just a little bit more underpowered. So we're still gonna attack with a +1, but we're gonna work more on placement and closing in at the net to finish, instead of maybe let's go with a player who has huge firepower. Maybe they have a big serve, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna hit that big serve, then go full out aggression, go for that winner on the +1. So not only does it have to do with size and it has to do with the speed, but also has to do with the personality. So it's the coach's job to figure that out and coach each player accordingly. So I think I made a video on this already, but Gilles Simon and Monfils and Federer talk about the different styles of players and how it's based on personality. So that's sort of the main focus I use when coaching. So if someone's more safe, they're not going to automatically change and not be a safe player, right? So we want them to be more aggressive, hitting safely. So how do we do that? How do we approach that? There's many different ways, right? We make sure they drop under and hit a little. We work on heaviness of the ball, right? Dropping under and going out a little bit more, but maybe playing a little bit more of a spinny type of ball because they are a safer player versus more of a power hitter. They're not going to have that sort of trepidation, or concern with going at the ball. That's just what they're naturally going to do. So we can have them go maybe a little bit more at the ball flatter. They don't need as much safety. We're just going to let them flow with what they do naturally. So every player is a little different. So this is for, not only you as a player or maybe as a coach, but maybe you're a parent and, the coach is trying to get them to hit big, and maybe they're just not that personality. Maybe they're, more introverted and safer. And then when they're going in matches, you're like, well, you're doing this in practice. Why aren't you doing this in matches? That might be the reason why. It's fighting their personality and who they are. So then you have to go back and be like, okay, maybe we need a different type of approach to our practices so that our practices translate to matches. Okay. And this is just a little thing that I think is overlooked. Everything, supporting other coaches on other platforms, because all these people just talk about technique and all that stuff. Especially in junior tennis, I see looking for the next great big thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, as long as you have someone that's sort of coaching the technique within the confines of footwork and timing, and then they really are coaching based off personality, there's no secret to it, right? So it's really taking their ego out of it, and it's more of what I've found is a luck of the draw. I've seen fantastic coaches get a group, and so same thing with me. You get a group of like 8 great players, and you have just great dominance throughout tournaments. And then you get a new generation in. Maybe you didn't get as lucky with the talent pool, but as long as you're a good coach, you always have some solid players. They might not be superstars, but they might be 5-6 UTR range, which is very, very good actually, if you can get most of your players to that level. And I think you can with consistency and solid coaching. All right, till next time, guys.